It was a dark and stormy night when Jessica, a young writer, sat at her desk staring blankly at her computer screen. She had been struggling to finish her latest novel for months, and the deadline was fast approaching. Her mind was filled with self-doubt and negative thoughts. Suddenly, there was a knock at the door. Jessica reluctantly got up and answered it, revealing her friend and mentor, Susan. Susan had always been a positive influence in Jessica's life, and she could sense her friend's distress. "What's wrong, Jess?" Susan asked, her voice filled with concern. "I just can't seem to finish this book," Jessica replied, her eyes brimming with tears. "I don't know if I'm good enough to be a writer." Susan placed a comforting hand on Jessica's shoulder. "Don't say that," she said. "You're an amazing writer. You just need to believe in yourself." Jessica couldn't help but feel a glimmer of hope at Susan's words. She took a deep breath and tried to push the negative thoughts from her mind. Instead, she focused on the positive feedback she had received from her editor and fans. The next day, Jessica woke up feeling rejuvenated. She sat down at her computer and started to write. The words flowed effortlessly from her fingertips, and she felt a surge of inspiration. For the first time in months, she was making progress on her novel. As the days went by, Jessica continued to write, fueled by her newfound positivity. She started to believe in herself and her abilities as a writer. Her characters came to life on the page, and her plotline took unexpected twists and turns. However, just as things were starting to look up, Jessica received a devastating email from her editor. He told her that he didn't think her novel was good enough to publish and that he was canceling her contract. Jessica was crushed. She felt like all her hard work had been for nothing. She started to slip back into her negative thoughts, doubting her abilities and wondering if she would ever be a successful writer. But Susan wasn't about to let her friend give up. She reminded Jessica of all the progress she had made and the positive feedback she had received. She told her that rejection was just a part of the writing process, and that the most successful writers had faced numerous rejections before achieving success. Jessica took Susan's words to heart. She refused to give up on her dream. Instead, she started to work even harder, determined to prove her editor wrong. Months passed and Jessica completed her novel. She decided to self-publish it, believing that there was an audience out there for her book. And she was right. Her novel became an instant success, receiving glowing reviews and earning her a loyal fan base. As Jessica looked back on her journey, she realized that the power of positive thinking had been the key to her success. Without the belief in herself and her abilities, she never would have been able to overcome the rejection and achieve her dreams. The audience watching the drama was left inspired by Jessica's story, and reminded of the power of positive thinking in their own lives. They left the theater with a newfound sense of hope and determination, ready to tackle whatever obstacles came their way.